Welcome back, everybody, as we once again continue our technically fraught stream of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Here, we play a little campaign that we're running called Heroes of Absalom.
Woo!
We do.
Woot!
As I make sure everybody's faces match the names under them, why don't you go ahead and just talk about how everybody's doing today? This fine
I'm exhausted.
Sunday
Oh.
Eve.
I know Will is as well. We spent the weekend at
Never.
KatsuCon. So lots of fun. Met some
Nice.
wonderful people. Fellow cosplayers, fellow Critical Role fans. Got some new dice from a wonderful fellow cosplayer. And let me
New
tell you,
dice is it's an
Crispy.
addiction. They're
Crispy.
like never enough dice.
there's
Never.
never. It satisfies every little piece of my little goblin heart.
These dice are so dangerous that the stream won't let me show them.
They're sensitive. Not safe for work content.
Thank you, Elfin Girl Cosplays, for the dice. You were wonderful.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I wish I could go to more cons. I wish that there were like more cons kind of closer to me. Not that it's far, but like I wish it was a thing I was doing more often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know that's 100% my effort, but like I wish that was. I should do that more. Is what I'm trying to say. I really should kind of get into that kind of thing because it's really
Start
like
bragging you to them with us.
I was
Just do
gonna
it,
say,
yeah.
as I canceled on Jack for about 3 combined obligations because of this con, I was like, one of these days, Jack, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, I went
We're
to a
gonna
few.
go.
I think I went to. I can't remember the names of them, but I went to a few of them in college, and like they're obviously like just like the nerdiest thing you could ever do for better or worse, right? It is like the most nerd stuff you could ever put together in one stage space.
Yeah.
Which is just great. Like it's cool. It's just good to like
Fantastic.
go for whatever reason you're there to be for it. Like just let the people who are doing their thing do their thing, and it's all good. It's just like exactly what we kind of all get into this for.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I remember a time I went to a con with another person in this group, from by the name of Ben. We went to PAX Unplugged.
Some concern that we weren't going to come
Unplugged.
live.
Yeah, I've heard of this as like the worst experience of both of your lives.
No, the con was incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, the
con was
con was
Just
incredible. The
the
con was incredible.
hotel.
Yeah.
Just
The hotel room that
hotel.
Ben booked out for us was actually the
We talked about this
inspiration
before.
for the Dreaming Palace.
For those of you,
No, that's less of a joke than you think, though.
It's-
That-
it
No,
was-
I know, and it's so funny because I know.
for those who
It was
aren't aware, PAX Unplugged for I think the years that you were going there, I'm not sure if it still is, was in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
And
Yeah.
for those who are not familiar with Philly, there's some really kind of dicey areas of Philadelphia that are a little bit less cool to go to.
And being cost-savvy college students that we were at the time, Ben decided to pick the literal cheapest option within 30 minutes of the convention center. And there was
What did that show?
a distinct reason that it was the cheapest option within 30 minutes of Philadelphia.
My favorite part was the dryer sheets behind the bed to make the room smell nicer.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
there's an industry secret for you.
That's
Check
secret tech.
Industry secret.
check
Yeah.
behind the headrest for dryer sheets.
And for those of you whose rooms smell like the things that cheap hotel rooms smell like, perhaps stick a few dryer sheets behind your pillows, and
Yeah.
that will all be fine.
Yeah, that's a tip that goes both ways, actually.
It's good advice for the home folk, and it's really good advice for people going on hotels. If you have dryer sheets under your beds, check it out right now.
Another tip: double check pricing and make sure that they don't also charge by the hour. That's yeah.
Yeah, this hotel usually pays by the hour. So he was like, "Why are you getting a whole night? What are you doing?"
That pen in the chat just came in. Rooms rent by the 15 minutes, which is very funny.
Yeah. That was an experience, and one
And experience.
one that I'm glad to have had, and one that I never hope to replicate. But
You're glad to have had it. I'm
Well,
not picking up on that.
I'm
It
glad
makes
to
you
have
stronger, It makes you a better person. It makes you a different person.
I'm glad to have
Fun story
been
now.
Yeah.
to PAX Unplugged, even though that was the.
And PAX Unplugged was great. I highly recommend PAX Unplugged. It was so fun.
But also
Oh,
another tip was that our Uber driver was legitimately concerned for us
Oh no!
when we got in. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he asked, like, "Are you sure this is the place you're?
This is it. Like,
This is the place you're staying?"
But we
jeez.
survived.
Jeez.
What was his name? Ryan? Was that Ryan?
Ryan was with us. Yeah, we had a third guy with us.
Yeah.
A friend of mine named Ryan.
And we played a homebrew D&D campaign on the way back in the car because we got these rings that were like spinning D20 rings. So that was the only way I was actually able to roll dice while driving. So I just like flick my ring and hold it over to Ben to show
I've
my
still
roll.
got mine.
Yeah.
Still
Got
got mine.
mine in my bathroom.
I've got
That's
mine
cool.
somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome.
It's a piece of junk. It doesn't really work, but it's cool to have, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
It's fun.
Mine still works. Maybe you should just treat your property better, Ben.
I got this D20 spinner
I did.
pin. So it like spins.
It's
hard to
it's a
see.
big it's a
blurred
big
out, but-
pin.
I see it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's
And
cool.
it spins, and one of the corners is like more detailed, so it lands.
Oh,
on
it's
the
working.
other.
I just had to do it a couple times, and now
I was gonna say, I bet you WD-40
Just gotta-
that.
just gotta
It's
loosen
like
that up.
spinning like a
yeah.
Get some grease on it. Put some butter. You're chilling.
Yeah, some
Uh,
butter.
Stick your finger in olive
Yeah.
oil. Yeah, it's fine.
If you ever get the chance, go to a con. They're a lot of fun.
They're fun.
They're a lot
And
of
for
fun.
anyone, it's just a good way to get
Um,
into stuff too. Because you go there and you find stuff you like never would have explored by yourself, and you like
Mhm.
see comics available for like 25 cents that you'll read for the first time, and there's like dudes signing their
Yeah.
graphic novels. That's like, hey, you want to read this like 200-page book about like morality and human existence? And I'm like, yeah, obviously, like duh.
At
It's a good time.
at C2E2, I actually got an entire. Let me see if I still have. Yep, right here.
Oh, the whole Green Lantern
An entire
set?
brick of Green Lantern comic
Whoa.
books
Yo, are you kidding?
for $25.
That's
Because
a
it was-
steal.
It was the last day of the con, and the guy just wanted to get rid of it. I'm a huge
That's
Green
incredible.
Lantern fan because it's
You
all about.
stole from that guy.
Yeah. So the original price was listed at $125, and I haven't
Yeah.
even taken the price sticker off of it. But he was like, I just need this to not. I don't want to take this home. So just
yeah.
go. Because I was talking to him
Please,
about how
yeah.
I was a fan of Green Lantern. He was like, oh yeah, no, and he just like reaches into the box, pulls it out. So yeah, you can get a lot of really cool stuff. But this is was it 1 through 67 of this run of
Whoa.
War of the Green Lanterns, which I haven't decided whether or not it's probably not even worth saving it at this point because I'm sure it is not excessively valuable if he was willing to give it away to me.
I was
But
gonna
one of
say
these
that
days,
cellophane is still on there, but yeah.
one of these days we'll get around to that.
It's very easy to spend a lot of money at cons.
Oh,
though.
it's
Yeah.
So,
far
like,
too
make
easy.
sure that you either save
is.
up to splurge or that you give somebody else your debit card.
It is for sure casino rules where you set the
Oh, it
price
is.
limit and you have to stick to that with your dying breath. It's just that is the rules by
It's
which
so
I-
easy to just lose track of how much you're spending. Just
Yeah.
totally lose track.
But there's so much.
$25 here, $30 there, $20 over there, and suddenly you're at 100. It's like it's done.
But so much cool shiny stuff.
My little goblin heart
Yes.
had to turn away from so many tables.
Speaking
I
of
see the shinies, I want the shinies.
yes, absolutely. Speaking of cool shiny stuff, you all just found a treasure chest actually that was full of cool shiny stuff. It
Very
just
cool
happened to
stuff.
be located next to the body of your apparently significantly modified friend named Basro. So we opened up last week. We opened up last week with you all still in the catacombs, facing some animated statues. Some animated statues that were laying some good work down
Kicking
on
our
you
ass.
guys.
They were laying it on thick.
And
Yeah.
to make matters worse, you all did not resolve your dispute with the statues fast enough because an undead monstrosity who you came to know as Frefereth decided that he wanted to join in on your ass whooping. At which point you all decided now might be a good time to leave.
Let's go.
You managed to get out. I believe Oski had, 8 health left?
Sounds right.
When you all managed to get out. But, fortunately, none of the denizens of this catacomb decided to follow you after you shut the doors, so you made your way back out. You head to a tavern to lick your wounds, and funnily enough, it happened to be the tavern that Runewolf, Guard Captain Runewolf of the Grey Cloaks, goes to after his shifts. And he met you all there, saw that you guys were beat up, offered some advice, some help, some suggestions, told you guys that this particular catacombs is home to was home, I should say, to a specific sect of Eridanites, well back in the time, before Eridan's, quote, death. Yes.
And Frefrith was one of them. He was one of their...
Yes, and Frefrith was a knight of Eridan, a famous knight of Eridan, who... well, no, that's too much information. You didn't get that. If you want to do more checks on Frefrith, you're more than welcome to. The catacombs used to be home to a group of Eridanites named the... Oh, it starts with a P. I can't find it. Either way, a sect of Eridanites. So you have that name. Once I find it, you can, again, do more checks on it at another point. But you continue to do some research on the books and the logs that you had gotten from the Copper Hand once you realized that that might not be the tact you want to take, just diving into the catacombs. You find out a couple of things, namely, one, Felice, or Fayati, whichever name you choose to use for her, noticed that the skeletal statue at the entrance to the catacombs always has a different number of holy symbols of Eridan on it. But she has no idea why, because she was never allowed past the double doors that you all went into. After that, you then find the location of a dead drop of Fayati's most valuable plunders that she's squirreled away, even hidden from her own guild. This is like her last resort. Get out of town. I need to go somewhere and start a new life now. Dead drop. The fact that that was still there, you could also read into that maybe she hasn't left town yet. Because it was there a good 2 weeks after you all had raided her base. And finally, the last bit of information that you all received was the location, or I guess more of a hint at a location where you might be able to find the information to find Bastro. We were running into a little bit of time constraints, and I wanted to get our good buddy Dan back into the action. So we put a pin on a scene, which I'm keeping that pin there, because plot-wise, I'm gonna be honest with you, a little meta behind the screen. Plot-wise, the scene itself is not super important. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I hope. It's gonna be interesting, I hope. But it is a means to an end. The end being getting our boy Bastro back in business. So you all learned of the Den of Lost Coins, a gambling den run by a person named the Harlequin. Apparently, after a night of gambling, the Harlequin, for some reason or another, followed Fayati when she was going to make a trip to the Sears laboratory. Fayati notices this, but isn't too concerned about it, but does note that the Harlequin might know the information that you all seek. We jump ahead into this story a little bit with the assumption that there's going to be a price once we do resolve that scene. There's going to be a price to the information. What that price might be, I don't know. We'll find out. But we wanted to get back to a specific spot. And that specific spot, if you direct your attention to the map, is right here. this unholy mix of arcane and alchemical lab equipment, the just corpses that are caged and chained to the walls, this flayed humanoid figure splayed out on the table below you, these pipes that are pumping some viscous, off-colored ooze, sophisticated control panel next to a table of books and reagents, all culminating in the discovery of a person, a live person on the table, your good friend, Bastro, who is now awake after some healing from Oski. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do? I will for a little more context. There is the door to the south where you all came in. You all checked this treasure chest, empty. This treasure chest had a bunch of stuff. Appears to be meant for Bastro. It's all sized and shaped appropriately. And none of Bastro's original gear is anywhere to be found.
So, I mean, when you say it was clearly meant to be for Bastro, like, obviously we as players know that this is, like, you know, the GM loot drop, but does it seem to the characters like this was designed for Bastro, the character? Like, is this, like, something that somebody was trying to equip him with and turn him into a weapon?
That is, I mean, I'm not even going to make you roll for that. Is what
That
you
is
would
what it
assume
is.
that is
Obvious.
for.
Okay. Yeah.
This is it's clearly a set of items. Like, it's not like there are duplicates of anything. It covers, like, full clothing and armor, the hand wraps. All of it seems to be something that a magical person or weapon might be equipped with, like a full set of equipment for a person to go do stuff. And again, it's all highly magical. So you would then deduce that since it appears to be specifically set out, unlocked next to where Bastro was at, that was what was meant to be put on Bastro once Bastro was
Functional.
X, you know, once whatever was supposed to happen happened. There's also...
You said we checked this trunk?
Yeah, that trunk was empty.
Did we check for any, like, false bottoms or anything?
You're more than welcome to.
I want to.
Okay. Go ahead and give me reception. We'll resolve that in a second. Again, there are these cages along the walls. You notice that they're just, like, desiccated corpses.
7 of them.
Like, in all different states of decomposition. Like, one is just purely a skeleton, while maybe another is maybe recently, past couple days, maybe, deceased. But you can tell that there has been some strange things done. Like, maybe the skeleton, there's just 3 sets of arm bones instead of 2. Some of the, like, exposed skin, you can see, like, just arrays of surgical scars. Strange, like, sections that like should be decomposed, because all of the areas around it are fully decomposed, but there's just this one patch that's, like, pristine. Just, like, these weird anomalies, like, nothing too insane, but just these strange differences that just make you uneasy. And then there's just this, you know, circle of candles and a blue blazing fire with some kind of pits or something in the middle. You guys haven't really checked that out. I don't know.
NBD.
Yeah, nor do I want to. I don't want to go anywhere near that thing.
And then finally, a door. A door. Appeared.
Oh yeah, in the northwest.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead if you have more.
I was just gonna go with the check for that false bottomed.
Oh yeah.
25.
25. Yeah, you rummage through the chest, and after rummaging through both of these chests, you don't feel like there's any trickery or anything. Maybe just since whatever happened here, it appears didn't work out too good. The chest wasn't filled with anything.
I'm gonna go investigate the blue flames.
Remind me Bastro's mental status right now. How's he doing?
Bastro is
yeah.
this is after we just heard Peter's voice kind of emanate from himself. He's gonna look at Peter after he said that. And it's like, Peter, are you okay? Like what?
What is Peter again? What does Peter look like?
He's still a bird. He's the same like white dove, but now he has like these weird circular markings on his body, and they like may or may not look like they're blinking every now and again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to lean more to that may not. If we can just stay right there, it may not be blinking. That'd be
may
awesome.
or may not.
So
Awesome.
I will say that it was not Peter's voice. It was a voice that you recognize, but it seemed to be a middle-aged woman, maybe, if you had a guess.
It was you, us, all, or just Bastro?
Bastro.
Okay.
None of the other three of you had ever heard that voice before. It just happened to be emanating from
Peter. Really quickly, just Kashak is concerned about the amount of noise we're making down here, and he wants to check out this door and listen on the other side, check for traps, just investigate this whole area here.
Sure.
Oski is staying like right on Bastro's side, so while Kashak and Twinkle Toes are like going to explore the room partially, Oski wants to make sure that like Bastro is able to stand upright, is like okay, so he's gonna stick right at Bastro's side for the time being, and he's like talking to him slowly, like, "No, Bastro, are you okay? Like, everything's going to be all right. We're going to get you through this." And just like talking to him, trying to calm him down as best he can.
Sure. Twinkle Toes, are you trained in Arcana?
No, but I do have untrained improvisation.
Does not give you access to trained actions.
Yeah.
If that helps. Which I'm sure it will.
Yeah, Twinkle Toes, this is a bit out of your depth. Well, normally you are pretty knowledgeable about a variety of things. This one is out of your wheelhouse. It is a circle of blue flames. You can tell that it is clearly not. There is no fuel for this fire. It's as if it's just like springing up in a perfect circle, kind of like a gas grill almost. This like perfect circle that is just springing up these blue flames from the stone, almost, it appears. And then this kind of, sort of circular with that little indent that you're standing in of all these just like black candles, none of which are lit. They're just all kind of sitting out and around, arrayed in this loose formation around whatever this fire is. Just, various states of having been burned. And it looks like there's just like in the center, there seems to be like some kind of blackened ash that is like spread out almost maybe into a pattern. But again, it's a little too complex, a little too magical for somebody not specifically trained.
Okay, so I'm gonna slowly walk back over to Oski and Bastro, not too quick, no sudden movements, and getting up to Bastro, I'm gonna take his hand, the one with the feathered arm, and just like tug him down a little bit to be at eye level, and be like, "It is you, right?"
I think it's me. It's different. Does that make sense? I feel myself, but at the same time, something inside has changed, and outside, obviously. And Bastar's like looking at his arms.
Well, I mean, you've looked worse. Like when that what's it called, the verugui was like on your head. That was pretty bad.
That makes Bastro chuckle a little bit.
Um,
Thank you, Twinkle Toes. I want to believe it's still me. I'm still not at full health. Let me just heal myself real quick. And Bastro is going to cast heal on himself, but nothing happens.
So if you take a wooden boat and it sails all the way around the world.
Don't you ship of Theseus me. Don't you Jason the Argonauts me. It's not the same ship anymore.
You see, like, Bastro keep, like, trying to, like, put his hands on himself, but, like, he's not able to cast the spell he's trying to cast. And you notice, like, some mild panic in his eyes. Finally, you see him go like this around his face, and you do see a halo pop up above his head. And Bastro's like,
interesting.
Thank goodness.
okay.
Yeah. What?
Okay, so you do still have some magic,
Very
but maybe
interesting.
not.
I thought something felt different. My magic. It feels like I don't have as strong of a connection as I used to. I can't even cast a simple heal spell on myself. But for whatever reason, I can still cast this halo. And I gotta give myself health. Give me 1 second.
Kashak, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Yeah, a natural 2 for an 18.
It is, as far as you are aware, it is untrapped. It seems to be like a very tight-fitted door. Like you can look on the ground and you see the scrape marks where it's opened and closed.
Yeah. And therefore nothing to look like underneath.
Yeah,
like
there's no space in
there.
between
Yeah.
or under. This room itself is also very dark. It's low light mechanically. Like you're getting the glow off of like the fire, and some of the like things on the table themselves are luminescing. But other than that, like there's like a faint glow off of whatever sludge is in here. So it's very low light. So those of you who don't have dark vision or low light vision, again, you're gonna have a rough time in here.
Yeah, me.
But obviously, if you have anything that you want to do to remedy that, I'll let you try again, since you are not, since Kashak, you do not have. But you, that is purely going to be visual.
Yeah, he wants to listen at the door. He doesn't hear anything at the door. Okay.
Unable to make maybe. Part of you is still trying to consciously key into the conversation about Bastro.
I was about to say, yeah, so he's probably not fully present, but
it's throwing you off a little bit. You're unable to make out any sounds on the other side of the door at this point.
Yeah, if he's as satisfied as he's gonna be that it's all okay, he's gonna jump on back with his homies.
Astro, do you remember anything about what happened?
I remember going out for scrolls and potions, and all of a sudden, I remember a bunch of swirling colors and dust just surrounding me, and I tried to get out, and next thing I knew, I was crumpling down to the ground. I couldn't even move, and I lost consciousness. And then you're there. You're the next thing I remember. You waking me up.
Bastro gives, or Oski gives like a very concerned look to Twinkle Toes, and it's just like, we have to find Fayati.
Agree, 100%. There is, you see those creepy blue flames over there. It seems pretty occulty, maybe arcane-y, neither of which I know much about, so maybe one of you two spelly boys could take a look at that. And
did you call them spelly boys? Oh,
I did.
I love that.
Thank you.
My magic is pretty limited, but I'll try.
As a spelly boy, I can go take a look.
I am specifically going to request Arcana for this.
Yeah, Oski will go and look at it, and he's just like, I'm not familiar with this type of magic. This is beyond what I know. I've only got occult. I don't have arcane.
I'll let you roll occult. It's gonna be hard.
Bastra has Arcana, but while Bastra is walking towards the flames, he's putting on the last of his magic items, and he puts on the last ring that he had gotten. And to everyone else in the room, his breastplate armor kind of turns into just like normal, everyday red clothing. And Bastra doesn't see any change happen to him at all.
That's cool.
Is that Ring of Concealment?
Ring of Discretion.
Ring of Discretion.
Oh,
Yeah.
dope.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's pretty cool.
Is there the same 2 rings only requirement in 2nd edition, or is it just 10 magic items total invested?
It's investment, yeah.
Investment is the
Nice.
big one, yeah.
You could invest 9 rings in one other thing, or 10 rings if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Theoretically, more than that, because I don't think
We're-
every ring is invested.
We're low-key getting into a point where we kind of need to start paying attention to that.
Yeah, I already have a list of
Yeah.
magic stuff that I've invested.
Yeah, and like lower than 5th level, it's like, yeah, I have one thing that I'm
Yeah,
investing.
if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah. So like, I think we need to first keep tabs on that.
I'm still fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
If-
I think we're still good.
If both Oski and Bastro like kind of step away, I think Kashak will reach a hand out to Twinkletoes and like kind of push her to the one side and kind of like, Twinkletoes, can I talk to you for a second?
You're using the secretive voice. Okay, yeah. What's up?
I don't like this. I don't like what he's become.
He's still Bastro.
I know that, but I've seen what Oski's done when he's been afflicted. And I can only imagine what a creature like that could do.
I mean, I'm sort of glad he's on our side, you know?
How much longer will he be? And how much longer he will be? Twinkletoes, I swore an oath to Desmond and to Isabella and to yourself and the rest of the party that I would defend you all with my dying breath. And that oath
Well,
is
that's
as
Bastro too, though, didn't you?
that oath is as strong as anything, of course. I did. I'm scared.
I mean, yeah, me too. Keep an eye on him. Make sure that there's nothing.
We keep in 2
Okay.
eyes as long as I can spare them.
And he'll
Alright.
keep a few himself.
He's got a lot of eyes, also. So
God, I can't compete. He draws his bow. No. It's just good to know that somebody else is thinking about the same things as me. And Jesus,
get a better resolution picture out there.
It's the one you sent me. I don't know what you want. It's only been compressed like 4 times because of the token stamp, okay?
as a roll 20.
Yeah.
Kashak hears from the corner of the room. Now, Bastro, when you're being possessed by a demon, this is what you have to do.
That one's
No,
not all
just kidding.
brainy.
How do I
When the
control
temptation
my
of evil is upon you, here's what you want to do. Kashak is just kind of. I know this is probably hard because they're our friends, and yes, I agree we should trust them until they give us a reason not to, which neither of them have. But I can't lie to you and say that I'm not concerned for the well-being of both of them, and of our friendship and party as a group.
So you don't want me to make any like deals with demons or anything?
If you can at least avoid it for now, that would be best. There's a lot going on right now. It's a hard time.
You're a bit overwhelmed, Kashak.
I'm a bit stressed out. Work's been tough. Schaefer and I are on the rocks. It's a tough time.
He's only taken 1 evil outsider off the list. You've still got like devils. You've still got daemons. plenty of
Yeah.
options.
Yeah.
True.
What else is there to? I know we want to resolve these Arcana checks. What else is there for him to like start looking at and busying himself with? What else
If
can
you
he
just want to roll
observe?
a general, again, you might need some light. If you want to like strike a torch or something.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna do that.
I'm
I'll
sure I
do
have
that.
torches. Yeah, I'll hopefully strike a torch and then I will start just like general perception
Yeah,
of the
just give me
room.
a general.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
got
do
you,
the
man.
same.
general.
I'm gonna roll
perceptive
Arcana.
boy.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
the Arcana first though.
Arcana and Oski, I'll give you an occult. It'll be harder. I'll tell you that right off the bat.
It's a bad roll. It's a 15 total for occult.
Okay.
27 for Arcana.
27.
He's
Arcana.
back, baby. He's gross, but he's
Yeah.
Magic Man.
Oski,
But he's back.
you are distinctly familiar with at least aspects of what's going on here.
Okay.
The most that you know, Oski specifically, the most that you know is that this is clearly for use in rituals.
Sure.
Like ritual
Okay.
castings of spells. While you're unfamiliar with the symbology in the ash in the center, or any kind of meaning behind the placement of various candles, anything like that, you can tell clearly because if you see like a trigonometry question on a board somewhere, you could be like, oh, that's math, right? Like I don't know
Sure,
what it means,
right.
but that's math. It's that kind of similar thing, where you see the parts of whatever's going on here, and you're like, this is a ritual.
Like when you see the organic chemistry like structures, you're like, yes, that's organic chemistry.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nothing else is going through here.
Bastro.
this is a white.
Bastro, unfortunately, that is also the same amount of information that you have.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Interesting.
So the occult check was impossible.
Yeah.
The occult check would have needed a natural 20 and a really good modifier.
And really strong, yeah. 27 and we got nothing
Bastro,
else.
you're able to tell that this is
Fire definitely blue.
It is a ritual. Obviously, it is a very difficult ritual to perform because it is you are well versed, especially now, in arcane magics, and this is like above your pay grade, right? So you can tell that it's arcane. You are also able to tell that it is its base is necromancy. You're able to tell that its base is necromancy, but that's you like recognize the symbols, or at least a necromantic symbol inlaid in this burnt ash in the center of this ring of fire, the alchemical formula for necromancy.
The ring of fire.
But the rest of it is French to you, right? Or is the expression Latin? I don't remember. Either way,
It's all
Like
Greek.
that, it's
to me.
math
It's all
and
Greek.
French.
I had 2 tries and I messed both of them up.
You did.
It's all Croatian to me.
It's all Greek to me. Yeah. So
You beach hoarding monster.
So yeah, you're able to tell it's a very high level arcane ritual that is primarily necromantic in nature. Better luck next time, I guess.
General perception, I got a 24.
Kashak?
27 for me.
24, 27?
Of course.
There looks like there's a fair number of things on the table here.
Things?
Things and stuff. If you guys wanted to spend the time to try to sort through it, you might be able to find maybe something of value.
It's my favorite store, things and stuff.
Connected to the wall next to Bastro, there was this lovely vat of, shall we say, assorted parts.
Do you not say that?
We shan't.
I
Was
think
that
that's
being pumped into Bastro?
Oh, now we're getting into questions we don't know the answers to. We don't want to know the answers
I'm
to.
certain that flayed body is actually Bastro.
Old Bastro?
Old Bastro.
Old Bastro.
the vat goes into the wall. The pipe comes out of the wall. Take from that what you want.
Has everyone seen Invincible on Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, if you haven't and you like superheroes, you need to watch
it's criminal that you haven't seen it. But the cloning process—that's all I can think. That's all I can think about here.
That's a good reference for the twins. Also, leading to the question: is this the real Pastro?
Is this Pastro or not?
Yeah, that might be a question, Bastro, that you don't want to ask. But yes, assorted parts, empty vat. You can see that there are chains to both sides. Now they've
Do
been
not look very assorted.
Well, parts of varying weights in a suspended liquid substance.
Okay.
They'll delineate themselves.
The vat to the south is not connected to anything from the map, at least.
It's not connected on this map. It is connected IRL.
It is, okay.
It is.
And
it's,
then this...
It's the same vat, yeah. And this appears to be a control panel of some variety. Again, if somebody wanted to give, maybe, I don't know, primarily arcane, you could roll a really hard occult check. You could do that too. Or a craft, if you wanted to roll a craft.
Craft. I think Bastar's gonna walk back over to the table he was found, and he's gonna take everything in. He notices the circle underneath his table, but before he even questions that, he's gonna look to the group and he's like, "Where are we?"
We are in the Seer's laboratory, I believe.
And who is the Seer?
Friend of Phayates.
The Copper Hand leader?
Oh yeah, she's the one who apparently kidnapped you.
See. And Bastar's gonna take a closer look at the circle now.
Sure. If you want to roll another Arcana.
Arcana. Awful roll.
Is the circle drawn on, or I guess you'll answer this.
That's 15.
15?
Yeah.
It appears that the circle is... it appears to be some kind of dust. If you wanted to roll a nature, you could go ahead.
I'll roll a nature for sure, yeah.
I'm going to wait for the result on that.
It was hovering on an 8, but it rolled to a natural 16 for a 28.
Sure. It is emerald dust. So it is like powdered emerald dust, but you can tell that it has been used. That whatever like qualities, it's like burnt out. So like the luster is gone. Some of it is just like a gray powder. Like there are portions that are just gray powder that apparently used to be emerald, but are now like just like
the essence of it was sucked out.
Yeah. So like it is
cool.
It is emerald dust. Mechanically, you're not getting.
It is an expended spell component.
Yes,
yeah,
precisely.
Yeah.
And
because would see no value in this. He would see no reason to collect it and sell it or anything like that. He would see no material value. Yeah.
It is clear that it has served its purpose, and it will serve no other purposes. And it is laid out in a pattern that you have yet to understand, Bastro. Unfortunately, you have no idea. But going off of the checks you both rolled earlier, it appears that this is another part of some ritual. Again, you can see the components. You can see the structure, but you don't know the end result. You don't know the purpose or the outcome.
Without looking behind him, Kashak's looking straight at the table in the control panel. He'll say as much to the group. Emerald dust on the ground. Dust from emeralds, but seems like it's spent or expended or something. I'm not a magic user, but perhaps there's some things on this table here that we can make some use of that might be more valuable. What are we looking at here?
Yeah. Bastard's gonna turn around.
Sure.
Go ahead.
No, finish your sentence.
I was gonna say Bastard's gonna turn around, and then he just sees this giant lizard in front of the front door that he had not seen before.
Yeah.
And it's gonna kind of scream like, "Ah!" And then he'll like recognize the head as Shithra.
Yeah.
And he'll just like kind of look at Kashak, and then look back at Shithra, and then back at Kashak.
And as you show
Why are you beating her?
as you show some tension and fear, Shithra will kind of slide over to you before her like long neck and head just like ducks and bows underneath, like below your knee level, and she kind of like flicks her tongue out, sort of playfully, and is like looking up at you.
Astro will pet her slowly at first, but then
Yeah, she'll lean into it and kind of rub her neck against your hand.
So good to see you again, Sheethra. My, have you grown?
Hello.
My, how you've grown.
She doesn't speak.
Oski, are you the only one with craft? Trained in craft? Specifically trained in craft?
I'm an expert in craft.
Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll me a craft.
Come on. All right, 25.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Oh.
2.
2. Okay. Roll another d6 for me.
Okay. Do a different die.
Making you
3.
make all of his hard decisions.
3. No, this is what we call rolling on tables, where I don't have to make any decisions whatsoever. 3. So you find 2 third-level alchemical items.
Whoa.
On the table?
Yes, on the table.
So there's a world in which you found sixth level items.
A slim chance, yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't really worried about that, but
Yeah.
you find. Let me see here. 222. Oh, probably don't want to accidentally give you a second level item. You'd be very mad at me for that.
Teacher, this item's only second level. You said they were third level.
You found a Quicksilver mutagen.
That's really good.
Yep.
And Violet Venom.
That sounds good for Twinkle Toes, potentially.
Ooh.
So the Violet Venom is a poison. Extracting violet venom from violet fungus is relatively difficult to do. It is a watered-down version because finding pure violet venom is extremely difficult. So it's kind of one of those. What is the stereotypical
Diluted?
alchemist? Yes, it is diluted, but it's just called violet venom. Like, all violet venom is just a diluted version of the product of violet fungus. What is that, like, transmutation stone? Like the alchemy...
Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone, yeah. So, like, finding, like, pure violet venom is, like, the Philosopher's Stone type deal for anyone who's interested in poisons. But this stuff... DC 17 Fortitude save. It is a contact poison, so you just have to touch them with it. After a minute, deals stage 1 D6 plus enfeebled 1 for 1 round. Maximum duration is 6 rounds. So first stage, 1d6 poison plus enfeeble. Second stage, 1d6 plus drained 1. And third stage is 2d6 plus enfeebled 1.
Wow.
Yes.
It's DC 7 Fortitude save. DC 17 Fortitude save, though. It's very low.
Yeah. It's on par for a third level alchemy item.
For sure.
The Quicksilver mutagen. It is a moderate. It gives you a +2 to acrobatics, stealth, thievery, reflex saves, and dexterity-based attack rolls. It also gives you +10 to your speed. Just a +10 to your speed. The drawback, mutagens.
You can go even faster.
Yeah, mutagens always give you a benefit and a drawback. The drawback for this mutagen is that you take damage equal to twice your level. You can't recover hit points lost in this way by any means as long as the mutagen lasts. You also take a -2 on Fortitude saves.
So when you take this, you take that immediately.
You take it immediately. So, in your instance, what level are you now? 7. You would take immediately 14 points of damage, which cannot be recovered for the duration, which is 10 minutes for the Quicksilver Moderate. So for 10 minutes, you cannot recover that 14 HP. You also take a -2 on Fortitude saves.
In the right situation, this is a fantastic Oski item.
Yeah.
Well, the speed boost is what would be the best for me.
Yeah. Kashak would like this, but doesn't really need it.
Well, yeah, I mean, are your attacks dexterity based, or are they still strength based?
My ranged attacks are for sure. My bow attacks.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, the bonus to hit would be great for either Twinkle Toes or.
No, I don't want it.
It's an item bonus to attack rolls, though, which I'm already getting a little bit of. I'm getting the +1 from my bow, so it's effectively a +1 to attack rolls.
Oh, same bonus. Oh, I see. Yeah.
And the speed bonus is only good if I'm not on a wall, if I'm running on my feet. Climb speed is different, and riding Sheethra is different. And 14 hit points is a lot.
The speed boost would be amazing for Oski. I would love that.
Does Bastro have any real need for this? I don't.
No. You guys can have it.
Yeah. Oski, I think this is perhaps best for you to move a little quicker when needed. Certainly being closer to your friends is best, I think.
I agree. And Twinkle Toes, would you like some more poison?
I already grabbed it.
I think also.
It looked down. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I guess I was on the back.
I think we should talk about, take a quick second to talk about, where is it? Oh, I just lost it. Here we go.
Let's do that, yeah.
The contact trait that it's got.
Oh.
The Violent Venom, like, you can load it into your sword.
Yeah.
Oh, but you gotta make sure you don't poison yourself.
But this is delivered by contact with the skin, so you don't.
But I
have
don't
to
need to. I need to otherwise.
Yeah, you could literally just like.
I could like paint it on the handle of a cane that I know that somebody uses,
Yes.
and then when they touch.
Exactly.
it,
So that is a little bit
yeah.
different in terms of how it is administered. Again, you can put it into your sword if you want to. However, you don't have to if you want to do something else with it.
There are other creative uses for
Yes.
it that can be had.
The advantage of Reaper's Lancet is injecting, is the injectable poisons, right? That's
Yes.
the strategy.
I guess that's true.
It lets you. Yeah, it basically just lets you react. Use a reaction to
inject
apply
an
a poison.
injectable poison. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, but that's a really good point that we have potentially more uses for this than just in the sword game. And that's everything we find on the table.
That's everything. That is everything of interest that you find on the table. Yes.
Okay.
A lot of it
from
just.
my general perception check as well. That's really kind of it.
Oski, with a 25 craft, you reckon that there's probably maybe 20 gold's worth of very assorted alchemical reagents. So if you guys wanted to pick that up as a block,
Yeah. Oski will take that and throw it into the bag.
How much was it?
20 gold worth of reagents.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is kind of just a nebulous crafting unit that you could either sell for 20 gold, or Oski can use, or whoever has the ability.
Is that useful to Oski?
I mean, I have a very negative opinion about crafting in this game, so I'd rather sell it, truthfully.
It's worth more as straight money. Okay. Because you don't make alchemical agents, you just craft. You craft for your shield, not for
we don't have an alchemist.
Yeah, we don't have an alchemist anymore.
So
Happy Shark.
it's not particularly.
Oh,
of
yeah,
use to this
and
game.
actually, since these are reagents, I've got magical crafting. That's the only thing I can do.
They're
So,
just
we just
flat
sell
money.
this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just, and it's one of those things where it's not like resale, like a magical item would be. It's just
No, it is 20 gold.
it is just 20 gold of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Potentially more if we find an alchemist who really wants it.
No, that would be the best case scenario. Is if you find an alchemist who really wants it, it's 20 gold.
Potentially 25. Kashak turns to his friends. I took a listen at the door up to the north, and I didn't hear anything. Do we think there's any reason to keep exploring this horrifying place, or should we just get the heck out of here?
While you guys were looking at the table, Baster was taking a lap, taking in all the corpses and cages chained to the wall. And as he circles back to the group, hearing you say that, he'll respond, "Look, I am a little shaken, I'm not gonna lie, but the seer that you guys spoke of, it's obvious that they're the ones responsible for this." And Baster's gonna, like, refer to himself.
This.
We just pointed to all of me.
We're here now. We need to stop any more
You mean
incidents
this?
like this from happening again. I think we should press on, see if we can find this seer. And Bastard has like a little aggression in that
You
seer.
will also remember from Feati's notebook that there is an entrance to the catacombs from the seer's laboratory.
And the catacombs was the place we were trying to get to through the Temple of Aridin.
You would think that they are one and the same. The catacombs were a temple to Aridin.
Which means we're walking back into the same place with the nightmare that was going to kick the hell out of us.
Yeah, but now we have 4 of us.
Different entrance, you would presume.
Yeah,
That since
it
you're
could be
going down,
huge. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
You were clearly not in the same place that you were entering from the other time, so this
Yeah.
theoretically takes you somewhere else.
Kashak, metagame aside, Kashak would be nervous about going into a similar place where 2 statues and a nightmare are going to beat the hell out of his friends and himself. So he's a little...
Doulahan.
For no reason, if
To
potentially...
clarify,
Doulahan, excuse me. Doulahan.
One
yeah.
statue, a nightmare, and a Doulahan. You did
Sure.
get one of them.
That's true.
Would it be alright if I took some time meditating before we pressed on?
No, of course not. We have to go now. Time's of the essence.
I
Open the
disagree with
door.
Kashak.
Kashak points to the door. Doesn't even open it with his hands. Just shoulders it open.
So yeah, I'd like 20 minutes to refocus.
I'd like
Sure.
10.
Take your time.
Hey, would Baster like 10 minutes to refocus?
Yes. at least
Okay, he
10.
would. He would like 10 minutes. Okay, at least 10. More?
I
Or
know
no?
there's like a
Like an hour.
going on where we're trying to figure out what the heck Bastro is.
I think all will become clear soon enough.
I'm sure. I just want to know. It's like Christmas. I want to open my presents now.
It's,
right
it's
now.
like introducing a new character where you're
I
like,
love it.
I want to know
yeah.
what it does. I want to see what you can do.
I'm sure you won't let me re-roll a
Do
perception
you
check when I decide
actually
a door
turn
here.
into a dragon later? Like, that's my... Like, I gotta know.
If you, I will let you re-roll. The only difference is that you're gonna basically only be rechecking your visual aspects.
I also
since
don't want to hold this torch.
somebody needs to be holding and/or producing a light. If you want to drop the torch in the doorway and just hope it's lit on the other side, you can do that.
Zoski have a free hand?
Yeah, I've got a
Okay.
shield and then nothing in my other hand.
I mean, you can cast. You wouldn't be able to cast spells with the torch.
My torch out to
No, that's not true.
Shira, holding her jaws for the other.
but-
I've looked this up. You can cast spells with things in both your hands. In 2nd edition, you can do that.
It depends on whether or not they have somatic components.
Somatic is actually doesn't apply if you're holding.
Yeah.
It says you can hold things with both hands, but even if it has a somatic trait, like the somatic trait,
no way.
the somatic trait doesn't
it's
mean
not a thing in 2nd edition.
No way, guys.
Your hands have to be free, like not constrained.
Yeah,
but they
not
have
restrained.
them.
right.
That's the restriction. Like
You
if
can move
you're-
2 swords around in a way that makes spells.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Guys, come on. No, you're kidding.
yeah. No,
That's
that's
Look
incredible.
up the somatic trait. I'm not even joking.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
No, it's because
That's
my
awesome.
backup character is a spellcaster, and this matters a lot for.
Oh, it's-
Whittling weapons.
So yeah, I mean, I think the issue that me and Jack are having is the very explicit opposite end in 1st
Yeah.
edition.
How much they beat the crap out of it into you that you need a free hand with nothing in it to cast spells. in
But
first edition.
spells will have a combination of verbal, somatic, and material components that they need to be cast, and whatever combination that they're in, it just depends on the spell. The somatic trait specifically says the spell gains the manipulate trait, so that's where you get like Twinkletoes' attack of opportunity from if somebody casts something with the somatic trait. Says the spell gains the manipulate trait and requires you to make gestures. You can use this component while holding something in your hand, but not if you're restrained or otherwise unable to freely gesture.
That's a good change.
I agree with it, but
That was a good change.
I'm in the same where it's like that just feels wrong to me.
Yeah. They like edited the Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's.
There are
Well,
a couple of
happens all the
changes
time,
like
but-
that.
Yeah.
There are like that one, the fact that like precision damage doubles on a crit now.
Yeah, some real core changes that were so
Yeah.
bludgeoned into us for years. That's like, hey,
Yeah.
forget that ever happened. Like, okay, sneak attack is like completely different. It's like everyone takes
Yeah.
10 years to learn sneak attack, and then it's all different.
Well, they streamlined a ton of things, and then they just hid everything in the subtext of all the traits.
Yeah.
Like that's what it came down to.
Which is hard to reference, but what else is new about Pathfinder?
But that's why we have the internet.
Exactly. I have a standing 25 perception check on whatever you want to apply that to this door, and if there's a torch with an Oski's hand behind me, he would look under the door jamb. He would look at the rest of the door. You know, whatever you want to really apply that to is fine.
Yeah, it's again, it's just gonna be. I don't think enough time has really passed to get another auditory.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
But visually, you are certain that there are no traps present on this door, and that from what you can tell, it is unlocked.
Okay. Are we all in position? As he calls to Bastro across the room.
I was gonna say, while Bastro's refocusing, he's gonna spend the time just kind of talking to Peter, also to himself, just kind of saying stuff like, "Peter, it feels weird. You know, my connection to you just doesn't feel as strong, but I'm just so happy that you're still with me. I just don't know what I would be or mentally if I didn't have you next to me."
It's all right, buddy. I'm here for you. Don't worry, I'll always be right by your side.
I hate you so much. I knew it was coming.
Peter, did you just speak to me?
Hey, you're from Boston.
I've been speaking to you this whole time. You just haven't been responding.
Ooh.
But hey, at least whatever that nut job did to you finally kicked some sense into your head.
Astro kind of has to like lean on the table while he's like holding Peter in his hands.
Astro just vomits.
Hey, guys, come over here. And he's gonna call to the group. Peter, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
You just hear bird noises.
But Bastro, you hear, "Hey everybody, I've said this a few times now, but my name's Peter, and for some reason he thinks that you can understand me, so I guess we got that going for us."
Oski just reaches out a hand, like puts it on Bastro's shoulders, like, "Bastro, it'll be okay. Once we get a good night's sleep, everything should be more normal."
You didn't hear him?
I heard the noises he always makes. Now let's go. We're ready to move on.
He was talking. He said hi.
Yeah, okay, yes, he was talking, right.
That's right. Your shit is seriously
It's
messed up.
very
We'll figure it out later.
possible that you guys have like a special connection that lets you talk to him now, because he's like your pet, maybe.
Did
I think
you
it's
just call
much
me
more
a
likely
pet?
Bastro's just gone insane.
Did you just call me a pet?
We should
Did
put
you
him
call
down.
him a pet?
And you see Peter just like bouncing on his two legs back and
I'm
forth
sorry,
across his shoulder.
your partner. What should I call? I thought he was your pet. What do I call him if not?
After all the things I've done for this group, and she calls me a pet.
She meant partner. Don't worry about it, Peter.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
thought
Okay,
she
partner.
said.
I should call him partner.
He is a member of this group, just like you are, Twinkle Toes.
Equal equity to at least she throw.
Hold on.
Let me see Peter's attack modifier real quick.
By the way, does anyone have a health potion
Higher than
I could
Dr.
possibly
Forsyth's.
hold on to? I really don't have.
Still
I really
beating
don't
it.
have any supplies or anything on me.
We picked up 2 moderate healing potions from Feati's dead drop. I think we could very easily supply you with one of them. I'm not sure who has them.
No, I would gladly take one.
One of them is gone because I drank it.
Okay. Oski got very thirsty on that.
We quote had to.
We were out of Gatorades. We had to give him one of those.
So is it all right if I have the other one then?
Statistically, that's probably Twinkletoes' call. I think we gave her the.
Oh, it depends. I only just want to make sure, just because I don't have a lot of healing anymore, so I'm scared, guys.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but I also procured these for the fact that I don't have any healing either.
Fair enough. No, I still have, thankfully, some divination in me, so.
Hey, what's the deal with our bark skin potions? We didn't really resolve that.
You have 2 of them. You're more than welcome to split them up as you see fit.
I would love at least one of those.
Says the guy
Says the
bow guy.
Says the hide armor guy who somehow takes damage from being an archer.
Maybe if he stopped falling off walls,
It's bad for Oski because it gives just resistance to bludgeoning and piercing, and you have like infinity of that already.
Actually, no. This would be great for Oski because I only have resistance to slashing currently.
But you have so many like shield blocks and resistance from your champion's reaction. I guess that you're giving that to us.
I would happily take one if we're trying to figure it out. I mean, I'm down to roll off for him.
I appreciate. I would love some tougher skin.
Let me just get 4 d20 rolls in the chat real quick.
Yeah. In the chat? You want them
in the
roll?
chat?
You want them in Roll20?
In Roll20? You want us to do it in Roll20?
I think I want to do
Oh my god.
I want to do inter-party rolls in the chat, just because it's a little more fun that way.
You kidding, Ellie Grace? Natural 20. Come on.
Well, I'm not getting it.
To tell you.
Oh man.
So Twinkletoes gets 1 and Kashak gets the second one, right?
That is how I'm reading it. Yeah.
Emily Grace rolled a 19. I rolled a 13. Ben rolled an 11, and Dan rolled 6, which is fitting because again, wasn't even really present for it. And I think that's just the best way for that to shake out is for Kashak and TT to have both of them.
Yeah, I might not be the one who takes it, but I'll hold on to it for sure.
I mean, if you didn't want it, then we can jump.
Yeah, wait. Why did you roll if you don't want it?
Well, I do want it. I do want it, but I'm also if one comes where I think Oski needs it more than me, then I might
I also want to specify.
But I want the control,
Twinkletoes, I'd like to specify which potions are on your bandolier at this point.
Are we giving Bastra a healing potion?
No, it's okay. We don't have enough. It's fine.
You can have up to 8 potions.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to clarify which 8 potions those are. I don't know if you've crossed that threshold, but I feel like Twinkletoes has got like a small army's worth of potions on her.
Well, arsenal.
Yeah.
Let me.
I don't want to grind everything to a halt, so if you just want to take a look and then send it to me.
I currently only have 5 potions on me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then we're all
I have
good.
venoms, but they are not stored on my bandolier.
Makes sense. Okay. You gain nothing new on that perception check, Kashak, outside of the fact that you are very confident it is untrapped, which makes sense because
Yeah, he will stealth open the door.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth. Is anybody else stealthing along with Kashak?
Me.
Anybody else?
Well, I mean, truthfully, I wanted the stealth check to apply to opening the door. I don't know how much anybody else's stealth would apply to what we're currently doing. Do you know what I mean? Do you see what I'm trying to do?
If you're not moving through the door, you're just opening it.
I'm just opening.
If anyone is attempting to be stealthy, I understand where you're coming from opening the door wise.
Yeah.
But once you have a door that is open, you theoretically could be perceived.
I understand. Yeah,
So I just
we're
want a
good.
stealth
Yeah.
score from anyone who is trying to be stealthy.
You have a 25 on.
the leader. Or are we?
We can.
You can follow the leader to take his score.
That requires people to follow the expert.
I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
I don't want to do that. I thought this was just applying to the door, not to us entering.
I would take it as a separate for everybody else. So he's trying to open the door stealthily. Everybody else who is trying to do a stealth check is just trying to hide somewhere behind the door. Like it's.
I mean, can I just step to the side before he opens
Sure,
it?
absolutely.
Be out of line of sight. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not rolling stealth. I'm just stepping to the side.
Absolutely.
You have a 25 stealth from Kashak, and then Sheathra behind him gives you a 19.
A 19 for Twinkle Toes as well.
Okay. Are you just swinging it all the way open? Or are you cracking it? What are you doing?
He's trying to like a slow creak to see what's going on in the room.
Absolutely. You get a sliver, right, where you first can finally like quote unquote perceive. And you don't have low light vision, correct?
There is a torch to my right, 10 feet to my right, but I do not have any sort of additional vision besides normal.
It is dark on the other
Okay.
side. It is.
I also have a
hundo
torch
dark.
in one hand and my new Spellguard blade in the other.
Okay.
Shock, what do you see?
Nothing.
It is.
A deep existential nothingness that extends for
have-
miles.
Can I see?
No,
I-
it's
I-
horrifying.
Do you have dark
I have
vision?
dark vision. I have dark vision.
Bastro may or may not have dark vision.
Neither
We'll
of you
step
are.
back.
Yeah, neither of you are currently in a position where you'd be able to see. Okay.
Twinkle Toast, may I?
Range on your dark vision, 60 feet, right?
It's
Sure, I suppose.
whatever
I'll
the
step out
normal
of the
sight
way.
is, I thought. Is
Yeah,
there-
Oski will step up too. I think it's 60 feet.
We're gonna go with 60 feet until somebody quotes me that it's something different.
Okay, we'll do that.
I don't know why Bastro has dark vision, so I can't speak to it.
Well, he has like a billion eyes, so
That's
maybe
true.
like
At least one of them has to be.
Yeah, Bastro says that like, one of
Statistically.
these eyes has to be useful.
At least one of these eyes should be able to see in the dark.
He's like rubbing each one individually, like trying to see.
There you go, Bastro.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Actually, it doesn't say
So.
on the.
Also, Will, within 30 feet of Bastro, at like past the doors that's opened, is there any kind of air vibrations that he could sense, as if he had like a certain kind of motion sense? If you will?
Air sense, vibrational sense.
Tremor sense?
No.
No,
there's
it's
not.
literally called motion sense. You gain
Motion
motion sense as an imprecise sense out to 30 feet.
30 feet, no. My friend, my dearest, closest ally. You find a thing that looks a little something like this.
That
That
sucks.
is horrifying.
That sucks
That's
so
awful.
bad.
Everything about that's horrible.
Fortunately,
sucks.
it's not that big.
wow, he looks worse than
Um,
Bastro.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh,
It
so
appears it appears to be a slug, or at least the bottom half is a slug.
No, it doesn't.
Where the top half is this grotesque humanoid torso into a head. All of it is like putrid, rotting flesh. It is anyone who's
Sexy.
at any point aware of Warhammer 40k, this is purely something out of Nurgle's best dreams. Very niche reference, but it is like it's got this like horn
Nerd.
that is sticking out of the front. It's got multiple eyes, some of which are like glazed over white, like they are like blind. But some of them, the others, seeming to be of varying creature. Like you see like a goat pupil on one of its forehead eyes. You see like a cat's eye
Awful.
on a cheek.
Awful.
This gross amalgamation of a grab bag of parts, one might say.
This sucks.
And everything is just, it appears to be like a living while simultaneously rotting being.
Call knowledge.
Hey,
Does it see him?
Bastard, go ahead and roll a stealth for me.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Should I? I think I can see it from where I'm standing too. Should I be doing any of this?
Is your door open? Is it a double door?
Yeah, I was taking it as this was this door. It is a double door. This left door was
I thought
cracked.
both were open. Oh, I'm sorry.
From where Baster was, or from where Kashak had opened it. Kashak could not see anything, walked away to have Baster step up to the crack.
That's the same impression that I had also. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I thought both were open. That's on me.
As far as a recall knowledge, go ahead.
If given any opportunity, Kashak would draw his bow. I would want that to be stated.
I feel like if you,
for the record.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Seems reasonable. Go ahead and roll me an occultism, Bastro.
Sure. Do you want the stealth first or the occultism first?
Whichever order you want to do it.
I'll do occultism first. Oh, that's pretty good. Natty 19 for 30
Okay, and the stealth?
is 17.
17? Okay. That is a critical success. So
the recall knowledge, not the stealth.
the recall knowledge is
No, that's better.
a crit.
Yeah, great.
So you will get 4 pieces of information.
Damn.
That's so good.
Tell you right off the bat that these are a type of creature known as a growthlet. Yep, good times with that one. It is an aberration.
Okay.
And you can tell that these are stronger than your average growthlet.
Yeah, of course.
Why not?
Course. Naturally.
We
They-
like fighting aberrations, right?
But
In terms of the, like, you would have a lot of kind of just background knowledge about these things, because you'll get 4 pieces of mechanical information, which you can ask here in a second. But growthlets are these, like, slug-like abominations. They were human at one point. They are what are known as flesh warps. They have been experimented on and modified and changed and tweaked far
It's
beyond
Astro.
the recognition of humanity. And you would know that this practice is generally done by a group known as Drow.
Oh, okay.
They fall into one of 2 categories, generally. The first category is that they are failed experiments. The second being that they are useful labor. Like, despite being a failure to reach whatever form intended, they are still useful for something. They are still able to do things despite a limited intelligence. They're still able to carry out basic tasks, and
They're manpower.
you would know that they are typically used as guardians or like grunts for drow who engage in such activities as flesh warping. What would you like to know?
Resistances or immunities.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
The first thing, they are immune to acid and mental.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Weaknesses.
I counted them the same. It doesn't have any weaknesses.
Okay. Special attacks that it uses.
They have an AOE 60-foot emanation, which is like this sickening wail like basically it makes
It screams.
it screams, and its pain becomes palpable to the point where those in
You
the
start
radius
vomiting.
can become sickened. Yeah.
Gross. I will submit for consideration to Dan that one of the things you can ask by the rules is which of its saves are highest or lowest.
Oh, that's great. Actually, I was trying to think of one. So yeah, what's his highest save?
Fortitude.
Fortitude.
Yeah.
Okay. And last question. Screw it. What's its lowest save?
Reflex.
Yeah, those are really like sleeper OP questions to ask.
Yeah, no, that comes to
Especially for spellcasters, usually the ones making the checks. It's like, okay, now I know what to target, what not to target with certain spells.
Highest save is Fortitude. Lowest is Reflex. It is immune to acid and mental damage, and it does have a
emanation.
60-foot emanation that could potentially make you sick. And that's where we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in about 14 minutes, 8:45 Eastern Standard. Thank you all so much for joining us in today's episode of Will Tries to Gross His Players Out. And we'll see you back here in just a few. Once again,
See you soon, y'all.
8:45 Eastern Standard. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the horror podcast that is Three Kobolds Gaming.
This section of our adventure.
You all found a horribly disfigured slug-like creature with horns. I forgot to mention, like, almost Medusa-like appendages on its head. They're not quite snakes, but they're like moving tentacles.
This
Man.
is disgusting.
Man,
on its head.
stop it. Stop it right now.
And you can see that it's got this just like gaping maw. He's just haunting.
Yeah, I get it. It's really bad. It's really bad.
eyes.
Stop making it bigger.
It's just
I don't want to fight that thing. Oh my god!
Decrease size.
it is lovely.
Mother.
It is just lovely.
Not good.
You catch this sliver, Bastro, of vision into this room again, out to 60 feet. I was looking up light because that's not something we've really had to deal with, particularly in this campaign thus far. There are 3 levels of light. There's bright light, which is pretty much what we've been operating at this entire time. There's dim light, and then there's darkness. I was using low light, which is a holdover from Dungeons and Dragons, which doesn't even exist in this game. It's just dim light, not low light. So for any of you,
Well, it does exist when creatures can have low light vision. It's just they see dim light. with
Yeah,
it.
in
Yes.
first edition Pathfinder, you have low light vision to see in dim light, which is itself a weird holdover.
yeah. So take that for what you will. Yeah, low light vision in this game lets you see in dim light. Yeah. So we have Oski and Baster who have dark vision, correct?
Yeah, dark vision.
Twinkle Toes, you have just regular vision.
Regular vision, but
Same,
you know.
same for Kashak.
Same for
Yeah,
the shock. And then Baster obviously has motion sense, I believe, correct?
Correct.
yeah,
As-
obviously.
As,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
clearly. So
I
obvious.
say obvious because he
Obviously.
literally said it
Yeah, 'cause he said it,
earlier.
yeah.
Okay.
when you see from that many eyes and the tentacles on his head, he's clearly has motion.
Yeah, obviously.
So I want
those
you.
How did you not know that, Will?
I want you to keep that in mind. A torch casts, I believe, 20 feet of bright light and then additional 20
20
feet
feet of dim light,
of dim light.
which is only giving us currently the 20 feet of bright light, because everything else is dim light.
Yeah. In the room that you're currently in. However, the room beyond, full dark.
Right. Okay. So it is giving us 20 dim in the next room. Okay.
If you want to put the torch in there, sure. But right now it is just this crack in the door that Baster is looking through. What would you guys like to do?
Dro definitely relays what he sees along with what he understands of the creature.
Let's go in. I can drop a torch in a strategic location for you two, but let's push on.
I think it's best for us to see more of the room. If there's one of these creatures, there might be multiple. Kashak is advocating to step up and open up a little bit more of the door. He like put his hand on the wood, and
Bastra, can what a Peter's sense is like? Could Peter scope out the rest of the room a bit?
Let me try. Bastra will try to do what he normally does, which is share his senses through Peter, but literally nothing happens. Peter, what's going on? Why can't I?
Hey, look, man, if you can't see through my eyes like you used to be able to, that's not my fault, alright? I don't have performance issues.
Don't blame me for this. I mean,
If you can't
I
do
don't
it,
have-
man, just say you can't do it.
no, Peter, you gotta like Peter and Bastra are just bickering back and forth in front of
Peter,
you. What?
you gotta understand, this is the first time this has ever happened.
Hold on. What does it look like to you guys? Bastra was just
Yeah.
talking to his bird.
So
responding
they
to
all-
With a bird.
They all hear you and your half of the conversation, but they're just hearing Peter on your shoulder just.
It's Han Solo talking to Chewbacca.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
There's
Yeah.
no reason you should be able to speak to him or understand what he's saying, but we are all, as the spectators, just saying, "Yeah, that makes sense. Like that works."
I'm surprised you guys are taking it like just matter of factly. Like,
We've seen it before. We've been seeing it for the entire time. Like, do you not talk to? Have you not talked to him before?
No, but I've never had like a conversation with him before.
He has talked to Peter
Like talk at
like
Peter,
you would talk to a dog.
Yeah.
He's now having full conversations.
Okay, I think Kashak would notice that for sure, because I think he would like maybe not at, like for the first couple times, but once you start making like full sentences, Kashak would be like, "Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?" Basically, like
Oski thinks it's just like you're just being weird because you still don't really know who you are yet. Oski's like, you just need to sleep it off. That's kind of what Oski's thinking.
Toads is like, yeah, he's talking to his bird. I'm assuming he can understand him now for some reason. Crazy.
Twinkle Toes is just going with it. I love it.
Yeah.
Are we opening up the door
She
more?
doesn't question
Yes.
things very
Opening
much.
up the door.
lights open.
Kashak, give me another
But no.
stealth as you continue
Yeah, Basper can't do anything to investigate the room.
to open the door. I mean, you can roll a perception check if you want to, but you feel like you're not going to get much because you can't see much. Stealth?
Natural 1 for a 16.
Cool.
So you bang your fist on the door as you're.
Yeah, does Oski hear like a loud noise when Kashak tries to move the door more?
Kashak politely knocks on the door before you
Yeah,
open.
at what had been just like this, the first time you cracked it open, just a smooth push, like virtually no sound. You start to hit the point in the door where it scrapes
It's the
against the
creak.
ground,
Yeah.
and you just hear this as it
Oski
scratches.
opens the other side of the door too. Just pushes the other side open.
Okay.
And is in like full battle mode.
I am appreciative that the natural 1 result was entirely unavoidable and not the fault of my own actions.
So you get this. Everything that I reveal is what dark vision can see from whoever is furthest into the room on dark vision. So we get that. We get
Good. That's good.
that.
That's huge.
We get that. For the stream, it just looks like there's like a little indent in that northern wall there. That protrudes into the room with another door. Furthermore, there's just like a side wall here. All of this looks like it had been at one point, like, I should remind that we came in through a chapel. So this is all like the basement of a chapel that has fallen into disrepair. Obviously, new denizens have apparently taken up residence. Oski and Bastro, you all see this.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a big
Yikes.
ritual thing.
There's 2 of these creatures.
Big ol' yikes.
And both of them turn to you all.
Yeah, obviously.
Now. And they just kind of sit there and tilt their heads at you. And from somewhere beyond your vision, Oski and Bastro, you hear a voice.
Oh.
A voice who now addresses you. Ah, the rest of my payment has arrived. I'd hoped to have been done with Bastro by the time you got here. But it matters not. I'll just have to collect upon her debts. Who knows? Maybe you have parts I can use that might help remove that last incessant bit of divinity from my pesky subject. Bastro, be sure to show me what you can do. I want to know how well the changes have held. I'll be taking copious notes, so please try your hardest. And you just hear like a snap of some fingers, and I want everybody to roll initiative.
Kashak will
Wasn't
start.
creepy at all.
That's horrifying. Kashak will start calling out kind of battle control stuff like, okay, Oski go forward, Bastard stay back, and everyone take your +2 to initiative from Scout's Warning.
Natural
It's
20.
a cool ability.
Kashak.
I guess I'd be using stealth, no?
Yes, you would be.
19.
Oski.
30.
Only? Bastro.
Also 30.
Which one of you two would you like to go first?
I want to go first.
I want Ben to go first.
Twinkle Toes.
Also rolling stealth.
You were stealthing, I believe.
If you had
I was
previously
stealthing.
rolled a stealth, then yes.
Okay, so 35.
35.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys F off? Thanks.
Wait, my mind like didn't even register that for a second. You said 35. I was like, okay, 35. Oh, 35.
Yeah, 35.
Twinkle Toes, you're first. Go figure.
Yeah, I am. With my natural 20 on that. Okay.
So both
So-
doors are wide open, right? Both doors are completely wide open.
He
Yes.
pushed open the door the second he heard the loud noise.
Okay. So I am first and foremost going to use my 30 feet of movement to squeeze on past my buddy Oski here. 5, 10,
It is
15,
so. Let me put a.
20. I have a torch in one hand.
Oh, you
I
have
have a torch in one hand and a main gash in the other, and my new spell guard blade in the other.
Gotcha.
And Oski would be calling out like there are things to the east. There are creatures to the east. There's a second one of those monsters.
Where are you going with that?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were hacking something still. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Second action, I'm gonna do 5, 15, 20, 25, tumble through to the other side of this guy.
Okay, go ahead and roll a tumble through.
That is a movement for sure.
That is 29.
29? Yeah, you succeed.
All right, and I got panache. Third action. I'm gonna
Twinkle
do a
Toes-
precise strike.
You can see the rest of the room, at least at dim light. Obviously, the gentleman currently next to you is bright light with your torch.
Okay, so there's a. I don't see the voice of the. I don't see the
You
source
see what,
of the seer's
you
voice.
see what you see. You see what has
Okay.
been revealed.
Okay. Third action, I'm gonna precise strike this guy that I'm next to.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
$27.
That is a hit. Yeah.
All right. So this is gonna be 2d6 plus 4. Then 11 points of piercing damage.
11 points of piercing damage. Okay. Twinkle Toes, as you just like hop through or around, you do this like juke where you're fainting to one side and then you do a spin around the other side so that you end up behind this creature. breaking if it had any ankles as you make your way around. You see,
And I just like stab down into its tail with my.
just poking it right in the backside before it could even react. There is very clearly a glowing red emblem of some variety here, and beneath it is, or above it, I should say, on the wall is a banner. A red banner with a black emblem on it. The emblem depicting what appears to be a mask. A mask with a singular eye socket.
The skin saws are employing slug creatures to guard this ritual area.
Is that the end of your turn?
Employing is a weird.
Yeah. Yes, that was the end of my turn.
Okay. How does this even work?
Good.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
always great to
We've
hear.
gotten to that part of the campaign.
So what am I even doing? Like,
Where I can read things for an hour and a half and still just have no idea. So definitely the first thing that's definitely going to happen, Twinkle Toes, is I need you to roll me what is it? A fortitude save.
sickening whale.
Okay. Alright, the 6. Forgot about that. 19.
Okay. So any of you who can see Twinkle Toes, you watch as her face
Man, I should have used one of my reactions.
begins to age in front of you.
What?
You see creases form on the sides of her eyes. It seems like the skin on her face just begins to sag just a little bit. Twinkle Toes, your arms feel heavier, your knees more stiff. You
Die.
let me see. You become clumsy.
Instant death.
You become clumsy 1 and enfeebled 1.
Enfeebled isn't that bad, I don't think, for you, right?
Clumsy's bad, though.
Strength-based.
Clumsy's bad.
Clumsy's very bad. Clumsy's very bad.
What does clumsy do?
Clumsy is -1 to all your dex junk. Enfeebled is -1 to all your strength junk.
Clumsy affects AC also.
Yeah, as part of the dex junk.
Okay. Do I have any idea what just happened to me?
That's what I'm trying to. Well, first, no, you don't have any idea what just happened to you. I'm trying to see if there are other things.
So as far as I know, I stabbed this thing and then aged to 40 years.
Not 40 years, but you aged
I don't know.
enough to feel it.
You went to the beach that made you old.
Yes.
Is that another M. Night Shyamalan movie?
It is another M. Night Shyamalan movie. Thank you for getting my reference. The movie Old, in which people go to a beach that makes them old.
And not make them old.
She stabbed the slug that made her old.
Okay, I'm not. Yeah. As far as you're aware, that is what happens.
That's bizarre.
Okay, don't stab. Science has proven.
It is now Oski's turn.
Oski, alright. Do it again. I think I've got the movement to do this. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Shield up. That's my turn.
Okay. After Oski's Bastro.
Astro, after hearing that voice, basically.
Also, I drop a torch in this square.
Okay.
All right. Bastro's going to scream out at that disembodied voice. You can take all the notes you want. Just be sure that, or just know that this is going to be your last experiment. And he's going to, first action, cast Shield on himself because he is a little wary about these creatures that kind of look like him with all the eyes and stuff. As he casts Shield, his body's going to reflexively enter a stance that he's not completely familiar with. You see him kind of widen his legs, shoulder width apart. His fists are up, obviously. But what really happens that's noticeable is explosion of what's it called? Force energy erupts from his body, and you kind of see like especially his fists are almost like blazing with this force energy.
That's cool.
And he doesn't really understand what's happening to himself, but all he knows is that he has to go into battle, and so he's going to. His second action was entering that stance. Third action, he's going.
Stance? Sorry, what stance?
No, I know what this is.
It's called Arcane Stance.
I knew it! I knew it!
All right, and as he's swirling with
Jack
all this
blocked it.
force energy, he's going to stride 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Okay.
Oh, I know what this is.
5 feet of movement.
So happy.
35 feet of natural movement. Might have been aided by a feat I took,
A certain
but
thing, yeah.
the arcane stance certainly helps.
Kashak, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Shock is going to go 5, 10, 15. Let's go 20. Let's then hunt this target.
Could you ping that again for me?
The one that is being assaulted by friends.
Sure.
The torchlight is all around.
Sure.
And then we will make a bow strike at that creature.
All right, go for it.
Natural 20 for a 36.
That is a critical hit.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's a good start.
Hopefully this won't make me older.
I hope it will not make her older. Also,
It
this
wouldn't
is
make
4,
you older. It would make Kashak older, right?
This is 4d6
We
plus
don't know
2d8 plus 1d10 plus 8.
I'm trusting
Uh-oh.
you that that's right. I keep looking for this symbol that I use for Haunted Shot. The reason I can't find it is because it's literally the last symbol, and I don't look all the way to the end. I just keep scanning the middle ones. Yeah, it's haunted. What's that damage there, big guy?
It's 32 points of piercing damage, 7 of which is precision damage.
You already know that they take full damage from precision.
Yeah.
So 32 total.
How do we feel about the target being adjacent to a surface?
It is adjacent to the ground.
He is stuck to that surface by the missile and is immobilized.
Nice.
With my bow critical specialization.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
He can spend an interact action to attempt a very easy DC 10 athletics check to pull it free, but it cannot move from that space until it succeeds.
Very cool. Okay. You have one more?
No.
No,
Shiether
but Shiether
does.
does.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's barreling through this door, like sliding on the tile floor, just like skittering and chasing after my hunted target.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, you like launch this arrow. It just slams into the body of this slug-like creature as it's turning to face this new threat in Oski. And you watch Oski and Twinkletoes as this arrow lands, pinning it to the ground as it's mid like push to get towards Oski, and it just like is stuck on this arrow. You see it pulling against its own body to try to move itself.
Yeah.
This creature the one so pinned. What is it gonna do? What is it gonna do? It is going to... What's the range on that? Oh, Bastro, you're so lucky. It, like, just projectile vomits all over Oski.
That's just rude.
I need
Not
you
cool.
to... Oh, no. It doesn't require... It's not a cone, so never mind. It is just a ranged attack against a single creature. So it didn't matter. Oski, it is...
This is an attack.
It is an attack.
Okay.
He's trying to vomit directly onto you.
Yeah, well, he definitely vomits. Whether or not it hits Oski is another question. 24.
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
It will then try to claw you. Lower. And then it spends the interact action to, like, reach back and rip the arrow out. So it's now free.
I mean, DC 10 athletics check, is that like an auto pass?
Technically, no.
It's DC 10 athletics.
Yeah, it passes.
Yeah,
It's-
okay.
yeah. It was not a natural one type of roll.
Interact actions provoke attacks of opportunity, do they not? If a certain halfling swashbuckler were so inclined.
I believe it has the manipulate trait.
Interact does have
Wait,
the
what?
manipulate trait if you'd like to take an attack of opportunity.
He's provoked an attack.
Yeah, I didn't use my reaction earlier, so I'm gonna go. Oh, that took a lot out of me right then, and I'm gonna swing again.
I hope she stays old. That's gonna be very funny.
I just want to state that you only aged like 4 years. Not like...
Where's my young Sonny? You want me to stab this one?
What did you say? I couldn't hear you. It was a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. Oh, at 30 what?
Okay. 30.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah,
30.
Just a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Um, 7 plus 3, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Very good. It reaches around behind it, and its concentration lapses for just long enough for Twinkletoes to stabbing, slashing out its underarm. It still gets the arrow out, but it takes a hit in return. That's the end of its turn.
To make any more fortitude saving throws?
Nope.
Okay.
This creature will walk up to you. It will then try to slash you with some claws. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
That is going to trigger my shield block reaction. Now, this is sort of a funny way this is happening, but the text of the rules, I think I can do this. I can trigger shield block with Shield Warden when I'm adjacent to an ally and they were hit. It doesn't matter that the creature's on the other side of me. I can trigger it if I'm adjacent
Listen,
to an ally.
I'm little. You totally just brought that
This,
down.
yeah, so the situation makes even more sense. Just, literally reach around her and put your shield there. It makes so much sense.
You're not trying to touch your shield to the enemy. You're trying to touch your shield to the ally.
Yeah. So I shield block this this attack.
Okay. It would have been 14 minus what, 12? So 2 points of damage?
Minus 12. Oh, actually, no, I'm not in Everstand stance yet, so it's only minus 10.
So 4 points of damage to
Okay.
Twinkletoes and the
That's
shield.
amazing.
It'll try again. It'll do the thing again. Yeah, that's not gonna hit. Under a 20, so that's definitely not gonna hit.
Okay.
This one is gonna stand back and shoot some. Oh wait, it needs to get within 15 feet, so it's not gonna stand back, but it will eventually fire. It's gonna go up to right about and then shoot at Bastro.
Bring it.
Shoot.
Heal up.
Like vomit at
I
mean-
Bastro?
Spew vomit at Bastro.
Ew. These things are gross.
Yeah, these things suck.
That is a
I think spray on him is the best way to.
21.
Nope.
And then third action, same deal. That is going to be a 23.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't
Also.
think so. Did not think so. That is the end of their turns. Twinkle Toes, you're up.
Alright. Action. I want to find out what just happened to me. Can I recall knowledge or something to
Are you trained
figure
in...
out why I feel so old all of a sudden?
You can. Let me just figure out what it is.
Are you trained in the old skill?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Old lore.
It
I'm
is.
trained in society, and I feel like that's a bit.
High society.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're unable to. You're not trained in Arcana, are you?
Nope.
So unfortunately,
Okay.
you don't know.
So I can't do that. I didn't waste an action. I'm going to, confident finisher this guy,
Sure,
the one right in front of me.
please.
Okay. That is a 29 to hit.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
5d6. Coming up. Okay. 6, 12, 14, 16 points of damage.
Okay, so on the bright side, you do kill it.
Yes.
Oh no.
Explode.
What's the bad side?
Oh god, does it explode?
If everybody could go ahead and roll me a fortitude save.
Oh, scream! This is the.
Is this a fear effect?
Oh, I should say, before that happens, Twinkle Toes, go ahead and roll me a will save at the start of your turn.
To get older.
I'm gonna use my halfling luck to reroll that.
Sure.
Okay, a will save you said?
Will save indeed.
Alright, that's gonna be a 28.
You're
Oh,
fine.
nice. Nice.
But everybody go ahead and roll me a
2
fortitude
to a
save.
17.
Fortitude save, you said?
Do I do I do
Fortitude.
that also?
Everybody, fortitude.
This isn't a fear effect, is it?
Not on a fortitude save.
Well, yeah, I didn't think so.
Including Shithra.
Would this be? Would this have the disease trait by any chance?
Or paralysis.
No.
Okay.
None of the above. Okay. Kashak has a. Actually, Kashak and Sheethra both have 21s for you.
Okay. Oski.
23 for Twinkle Toes.
Oski.
Is this a magical effect?
Christ.
No.
Okay.
Are we at this level?
We are. Nat 20 for a 34.
There you go.
Oski, you take 0 damage. Everybody else, this creature, as Twinkle Toes strikes the killing blow, its whatever outer layer just entirely ruptures, and this wave of just refuse and acid and organs erupts in a 30-foot radius,
Gross.
just explodes across all of you.
That's so unlucky.
Everybody, Oski obviously takes no damage. Everybody else saved, regular save, so you take half on this, which will total out to 1 damage.
We all take
Oh,
1 damage. Okay.
guys, I'm dying over here.
So,
Y'all, I'm not scared of these things anymore.
I'm stressed. Guys, I'm freaking out.
yep,
Alright,
that thing
for my
is
second action,
dead.
I'm gonna tumble through to the other side of the one that hit me just a moment ago.
Please do. Go ahead and roll
25.
25. Yeah, that's it.
It's not.
All right, it's a success.
This is tumble through.
Success.
That's a success. Okay. All right.
You done did
second,
the thing.
Or I did the thing. Thank you. Third action, I'm going to precise strike the one in front of me.
Okay, please do.
Doing a little experiment.
Let me get a retry on my explosion dice.
I'm gonna hero point that.
I'll take it.
That dice is gonna go away for a little bit. Okay. Alright. 3 to a 16 for 31.
Good economy.
Mm-hmm.
That is a critical hit.
Yeah! Alright. 4d6 plus 6. That one's cocked. So is that one. Alright. 10, 16, 22 points of damage.
Big chunk out of that guy is just slicing him up. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Which spell this time? Okay. As he no longer has the actions to continue hiding himself, you see in the corner, scurrying out,
Oh my god.
What?
a creature. A creature that appears to be half spider, half something. Let me see what the stream can see. Yes.
Wow.
That is no longer making any attempt to conceal itself in its web.
Oh,
Oh no.
that looks bad.
Seer?
That guy
I mean, he does have
sucks.
lots of eyes to see out of. Yeah,
Oh man.
he's pretty hot.
He points a finger at Oski.
She says ironically.
Just says, "You are the one that struggles, yes.
Oh,
What's
no.
what is that?
Struggles
Me?
with your hunger."
Oh.
Go ahead and roll me a will save.
Oh dear. Okay. I don't have a reaction. Okay. We're gonna keep it. That's a 23.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a fortitude save, so keep the roll, but use your fortitude.
24.
24. You are
At this level, I feel like it's a tweener.
immediately afflicted by
Oh,
hunger,
Oh
as if you
no!
hadn't eaten food in days.
Did you cast?
You become fatigued, and you will take 1d4 damage each day that cannot be healed until you sate your hunger. However, no amount of eating can sate the creature's hunger during the duration of this spell.
So he dies.
Well, the spell has a duration.
Oh wait, what happens to me immediately? I'm overwhelmingly hungry.
You're fatigued.
You are fatigued.
Fatigued. Okay.
Furthermore, each day until the spell ends, you will take 1d4 damage. And you are
What the heck?
voraciously hungry.
Okay.
And as the spell wrapped itself around Oski's mind, you just see what passes for a grin on this lovable face
Stop it.
just spread. The spider legs begin just twitching in anticipation. But that was all 3 of its actions. It is now Oski's turn.
Well, I think it makes sense that Oski's first action after having this happen would be he reflexively casts Glutton's Jaws. And so the tattoos on his head begin to come alive, his jaw unhinges, and these tendrils emerge as this insatiable hunger now just overwhelms Oski to the point where he needs to consume everything in front of him. So first action, he's going to cast Glutton's Jaws. Second action, he's going to enter Dread Marshal stance. So standard DC intimidation check will, based on level, so whatever the standard level 7
It
DC
has gone
is.
up. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, are you ready for what number I just rolled, Will? You ready for this? It's a 36.
That's a critical success.
That's huge.
All right. So there's now a 10-foot radius aura around me. Anyone within it gets +2 to damage.
What type of bonus is that?
I don't know, actually. Give me 1 second to tell you.
Feel free to do it later. I'm not even with close to 10 feet from you. But
While he's looking at
Status.
status. Okay.
Just as a reference, fatigued. You are tired and can't summon much energy. You take a -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws. Furthermore, you can't use exploration activities performed while traveling. So.
Oh my god, your whole character's useless.
The AC and saving throws. Okay.
You're so useless.
Bad, not horrible.
Yeah, it's the
And
D4 damage until this thing ends. That's gonna.
Third action, he's going to take a step right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the end of his turn.
Bastro.
So, assuming this is the seer with all of his eyes, this is going to grit his teeth, but then focus his attention at this creature in front of him. So he's going this first stride, 5, 10, 15. I believe I'm not within range, right, Ben? Of Dread Marshal? No? 10 feet?
Yes. No, you're not. You're 15 feet away from me.
Bastro is now feeling angry, especially that...
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 20-foot emanation because I
critically
crit.
succeeded.
I'm sorry. 20 foot. So you are within range.
Even better. So, Bastro, feeling the Dread Marshal stance emanation, very pissed off at this seer. Gonna take it out on this guy right here. He's gonna go in for the punch, but you kind of see it. Let me describe it this way: as he's going in for the punch, you see this magical explosion erupt from his body. His right arm that he's punching with doubles in size. His fist is like a giant, like double the size of a normal fist, and he's going in for the punch. This is called a
partial
an
expansion
arcane-
jutsu.
something like that, right? No, it's called a what's it called? Spell strike.
Yeah.
2 action spell strike. But first, before the punch even lands, he's going to kind of shift his feet a little bit to throw off the monster, and it's gonna be he's performing a feint. So I believe
You a melee magus?
This is so cool.
No, he's a cleric.
I'm a druid. What are you talking about? A feint. So attempt a deception check against the opponent's perception DC.
He took NPC levels and acolyte.
He's an aristocrat for.
What's my deception?
That's something
That's
you should
a whore.
probably figure out if you're gonna be doing this.
25 total.
25 total.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a regular success.
Okay, so now he is flat-footed against me. So now I roll my attack.
Who's making circles on my map? Get this.
There's a torch here. I'm trying to. There's a torch here.
I'm going to hero point this natural one because I don't want my first.
Yeah, you are.
I'll allow
natural.
one oval. No.
I'm not doing
Okay,
those. That's not
okay. 31.
Jackson,
And stop drawing on the
I
map.
see your color.
31 to hit.
31 to hit is a critical success.
What?
Your first attack's a crit.
Yeah.
So I rolled a
Oh yeah.
I
No.
rolled a 15.
That's
Plus
what
16.
Twinkle Toes rolled last time. So
Yeah.
that's a crit. All right, people. Get it together.
Ben.
Your friend just hit a critical hit on his first attack as a new character.
Yeah, come on,
Okay.
man.
So this punch
God.
combined with gouging claw, that's the spell Bastro is subconsciously casting.
What's
That's gonna
gouging
be
claw do?
I might as well bring it up. You temporarily morph your limb into a clawed appendage. I'm sorry. So make a melee spell attack roll against your target's AC. If you hit, you deal your choice of slashing or piercing damage equal to 1d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So let me backtrack a bit. His fist doesn't double in size. I was going for a bludgeoning. I thought it was either slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning, but it's only slashing or piercing. So instead, you kind of see the feathers on Bastro's right arm sharpen a bit and form an edge across the right side of his arm. So as he's going in for the punch, he's also slicing into the enemy as a slashing attack.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
The Gyo tray thing.
Yes, yeah.
So this is going to be 6d6.
Is that all?
No, because it's also plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Times 2.
+2.
So let me explain why.
Double.
Let me explain why it's 66. 4d6 because of gouging claw. 2d6 because of my melee attack with hand wraps of mighty blows. And then on top of that, I add my spellcasting modifier, which is +3. I add my strength bonus, which is +4. And because I'm in arcane stance, I get a +5 to my attack because the target is flat-footed to me.
Don't forget the Dread Martial stance, and then all of that times 2.
Okay, so it was 3 + 4 + 5, so that's 9. That's 12. So 14 doubled, and then
28.
Oh my god. All right,
28
the
plus
record's
12
45.
d6.
He's gonna crush it. 12d6 plus 45. Are you kidding?
No. What?
No,
No, not plus 45, plus 28.
28.
It's 66 total, he said.
Yeah. It's 12d6 plus 28.
Plus 28. Okay.
Oh,
I rolled 60. It's 66, right? Or is it 12d6?
Well, you can.
Roll.
I don't care either way.
Okay, we can do 12d6. That's fine. So right now I'm at 17. I just rolled 66. I'll roll
Okay.
another 66. 27 now. 36. So 36 plus whatever my initial
Oh my
number
God.
was.
28. So 50,
64.
64. Is that a
oh my
record
god,
then?
Four points a day.
that is a record. That shatters the old record.
So far
64.
beyond.
Oh my god.
And you see Bastard just slice right through this guy.
Everybody
what-
go ahead and roll me a fortitude save.
Yeah, what just happened?
Spell strike critical is what happened.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's
I'm
good.
so happy.
On his
I like
first
to-
attack, by the
I
way.
like to think that Bastro punched and decapitated this guy. Like his head just went clean off his body.
I am so excited that this is happening. I'm so happy with this. Oh my god.
Everybody roll me a fortitude save as this thing explodes in a just virulent propulsion
point.
of. No, I'm not going to give him a hero point. He just killed a thing
No,
in
no,
one shot.
it's hero point.
Oh, okay. You guys ask for hero points
Give me
enough
your point.
that sounded like that. Yeah, just this virulent expulsion of pus and guts all over everybody. I almost said Kakashi. Kashak.
Kashak has a 30. Sheether has a 28.
Okay.
She said it.
Oski,
22.
22.
It's a pass.
Bastro,
7 into an 8.
31.
31. Twinkle Toes.
Also a 22.
Everybody's a regular success, so that'll be
Okay.
2 points this time around. I've rolled 3 1s and a 3 on 4d6. So
We can only assume the seer is horrified. considered help.
Yeah. Bastro is going to look at the
These
seer,
characters.
like turn around, like half his face looking at the seer is just like the half with all of his eyes, and just be like, "You're next," and that's his turn.
Kashak, you're up.
Everything that just happened made Kashak's life a whole lot easier. He was deciding between killing this thing and killing the one that Bastard just plunged into next dimension. So he's going to turn to the Seer. And first off, we'll hunt that target. Secondly, he will enter his point-blank shot stance. He will really square up in the square that he's in. He's comfortable there. 60 feet, which is the same as my bow. So if I can shoot him, I'm in stance. Yeah. I think that was intentional from the game design, but anyway. The next thing he's going to do, third action is going to be to attack. Natural 1. Actually, I'm going to hero point that. Why not?
Nobody.
That's mine.
Nobody.
31 to hit. That's a critical on the Seer? On the Seer.
He said the seer was his hunting
Seer, for sure. Yeah. I apologize if I was unclear about that, but this is all on the Seer.
target.
Hit, not a crit. That's what I expected. Okay. Oh, nice. That is 20 points of piercing damage, 2 of which is precision. Yeah, of course. The third action there is for Sheathra to stride from next to Kashak up to there in pursuit of the new hunted target. Sheathra heard that the small words or subtle words from Kashak into Ruxi to kill the spider thing. She's going to do that.
No, it's mine. I would like to do a confident finisher on the slug in front of me. All right.
Did this slug get a turn?
Right before Twinkle Toes. You've done 3 points of damage with 2 of them. You're welcome, man.
Hey, this one clawed me for a few.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck, man.
I'm gonna confident finisher this slug. Natural 20. I am not
Oh my god.
joking.
Oh my god. It doesn't seem like we can compete with as many things as what's going on with Bastro here. He's got too many sources.
You got the aura giving you +2 damage, which will get doubled.
And the damage from my arcane stance is not like a status bonus or anything. It's just
It's flat.
extra damage.
Untyped, yeah.
Yep.
I know. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've got 10. Only one talked. Okay, and how much extra did I get from you guys out in the audience here?
You got +2, which will get doubled from Oski's aura. And hey, really quick, Will in the chat, chat saying that GM audio is out. I don't know what's going on. I can hear you, but someone said that audio's out.
That's weird. It's good now, but I didn't do anything. I hope it hasn't been out for this entire half. That'd be awkward.
Would.
Well.
Okay, so from the dice, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 26, 32, 37. And then how much from, I got 4 from Oski. Do I have anything from Bastro?
No, nothing for me.
No? Okay, so
Bastard doesn't
41
really do
total.
that anymore. How much?
41 points of damage.
Everybody go ahead and roll me a
41.
reflex save.
Yeah.
Or
42 save.
42,
Yeah.
excuse me. Except Kashak.
Except Kashak. Hot damn.
Actually far enough away.
Well, it's a good thing that Sheether rolled a natural 1 for a 15.
Ooh, that's not good.
It's not good at all.
The natural 2 for a 15.
Hey! How does it feel that your fortitude bonus is lower than a lizard's?
Feel good now.
19
On the
for
other,
Twinkle Toes.
19 for Twinkle Toes?
Yeah.
On the other hand, Bastard did do, like, way more damage than Sheether's done in the entirety of,
And on the third hand, Kashak's fortitude bonus is also lower than Sheether's and the same as Bastra's. So.
Fair enough. Okay. Oski, what'd you get?
24.
24. Okay. Oski, regular pass. Twinkle Toes, you got a 20.
19.
Oh, you got a 19. Yeah. That was wishful thinking, I guess, on my part. Still exactly passes, actually.
No. It's
Everybody else fails except for Sheethra, who critically failed. So, what I'm going to do here is I'll tell you the damage, the regular damage. If you passed, obviously that's what you take. If you...
We know what to do, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Except for Sheethra. Sheethra is a separate thing. If you failed, regular failed, you take 7 points of acid damage. If you passed,
so
you
I take 3.
half of that. But if you failed, you are sickened 1. Sheethra is sickened 2.
But she still takes 7 damage.
Still 7 damage, but is sickened 2. Yeah.
Okay. I see why that was confusing for you, because it's a lot. It's not like the same as anything else.
It's not
Yeah.
actually a basic fortitude save.
It's like really close, but it's not.
But it
yeah.
functions as a basic fortitude save, except for the sickened condition.
Yeah.
Cool. Theoretically, everybody should have fixed that for themselves.
Yes.
And it is dead. That's not the end
Cool.
of your turn, though,
For my
is it?
second action.
Yeah.
No, that was only my
That was-
first action.
that was just
So
your
for
first
my
action.
second-
There's
Yeah.
one action.
I love it when that happens, when you just get a crit finisher on your first action.
Yeah. So for my second action, I am going to do a performance
Please?
to get panache back. It's gonna just be like a celebratory dance, like woo woo! I just killed 2 of these things. Okay. That's a 20. Does that beat anybody's will DC?
For sure.
Should beat Sheethers at least.
Cool.
Oh wait, actually maybe
Okay,
not.
cool. I get panache back.
Well, if it does...
It does not beat Sheether's will DC.
Oski, what's your will?
Higher than 20.
Yeah.
Bastra, what's your will?
Oh no.
Higher than 20.
That doesn't succeed.
Oh no!
So you don't get
Okay,
panache.
third action, I'm gonna try again.
I think that's the only circumstance where that's come up.
It's because I'm enfeebled, otherwise it would have been a 21, and then would have beaten mine at least. Dang. Okay,
Beat your
third
own
action,
will
I'm gonna
defeat.
try
Yeah,
again.
I don't even want to go there at this point.
Listen.
I have.
Okay, the second one was a natty 19 for 33.
Yeah,
I think that
you have panache.
passes.
Yes.
Thank you. That's the end of my turn.
Your second action was the warm up to the
Yeah.
beautiful performance that was your triple double backflip.
Somebody's watching Olympic ice skating.
Kashak,
That's the end of my turn.
as
All right.
previously mentioned, maybe like 10 minutes ago, he doesn't like the fact that you slammed him with an arrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a will save, please.
Oh, will save. Okay.
Yeah, will save.
27.
27. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You feel fine. You feel fine.
Good. That's big time.
And then, so, those of you, I guess it's in dim light, right? Since the torch is dropped there. This creature, it reaches...
TT also has a torch, I thought.
Are you still holding the torch?
I have a torch in my hand.
Okay.
She
so
does, yeah.
all of you can clearly see that it points its finger out at Kashak, and just this like cloud of, like this wave of darkness just descends into Kashak's mind. But you just see him kind of shake it off and blink a few times quickly, and seems unaffected. He turns to Twinkle Toes in your direction, and you just watch as it's similar to blowing a kiss, where he just, but this wave of putrid green smoke just emanates out of his mouth. Twinkle Toes, go ahead and roll me a fortitude save. 30. Okay. You will take half of the initial damage. So the initial damage is... you will take 4 points of damage. That is halved. You also have 2 persistent points of poison damage, as this cloud just emanates out from him and catches you straight in the face. You manage to avoid the brunt of it, but you still catch a whiff, and you can feel your lungs just convulsing. And as this wave of noxious fume coalesces across Twinkle Toes, that's where we're going to end it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy's fun.
A lot to be revealed.
I'm poisoned.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really am. This guy sucks. I would never want to play against this guy.
He's gross. He's gross.
And it's almost like he knows. It's almost like he knows already about you people. About you guys.
Yeah, that was a very specific spell he cast on me.
Yeah.
Master's out for blood.
Yeah.
God, I don't even want to know what spell he cast on me then. I'm not ready for that kind of introspection.
It's all right. You have 6 seconds until you feel the effects of it. So.
Yikes.
6 seconds / 1 week.
Yeah.
Slash a week.
Jack gets to dwell in it for a week. Kashak has about 6 seconds.
I get the privilege of.
Thank you
remaining.
all so much for joining us. We'll be back here next week. And maybe we'll have new characters. Maybe we won't. We'll find out next time. Have a good week, and we will see you next time.
Much love, y'all. Thank you.